What's up, guys? It is Ryan, and I love sharing some awesome personal stories about people in the process of dreaming about getting a house and becoming a homeowner, going through that process, and then sharing the story of how they finally ended up in their dream house. And today I want to share an awesome story with you, and that's going to be the story of Neil. In the following videos, we're going to show you the little place where he started, and there's nothing wrong with starting in a little place, but we want to show you the power of the mind and the power of discipline. When you truly commit to saying, I want something and I'm going to go after it, I want to show you what happens. So in the following videos, I want you to watch Neil's story and see where he started and where he ended up today. So today we want to go back down memory lane. And as you can see, this house right here, which is where Neil, tell us a little story real quick about this. What's the story on this house?
It's my mother-in-law's house. I lived here with my wife, my to-be wife, my wife now, and my mother-in-law when I first went into the mortgage business. I owned a restaurant. I learned the mortgage business from somebody, and I lived here in this twin with my mother-in-law and my wife for 3 years. I got married and lived here. My daughter was born in this house. I'm sorry, she came home from the hospital to this house. So we all started somewhere. That's where I started, I guess.
And this is where your first dream of having your own house started. So now, guys,
I didn't own this house at all.
And what we're going to do now is we're going to take you to the first house he bought outside of this or after this house. So hang tight 1 second, and we're going to show you the first house he bought. Now, we're at the second property, which was the first house that Neil built. As you can see, Neil did a lot of nice landscape out there. Neil, tell us about this property. How did you fall on this one here?
My wife loved the neighborhood because the schools had good schools. My kids were really, really young. Well, I'm sorry, I only had one kid. My second daughter was born in this house. And the township has the best schools, full day kindergarten, and she loved the house. I put in all the shrubbery. Yes, it's overgrown now, but I have no control what other people do. There's also a pool in the back that we have everything. Only reason I moved from this house because my bedroom was too small. I didn't want to build out. I didn't want to build and I only moved a block away, by the way.
Yeah, so when you guys
that's the next video.
The next video we're going to show you the dream house, and I'm going to explain how he came upon it because that story is really awesome. But I want you guys just to see. People graduate. They start off with their first house.
I did all that.
And then they graduate.
All that. I put the fence up. I did that.
So, and the pool is awesome in the back. You can see it from an aerial. But now we're going to go to the third property, which is where he lives now, guys. See you in the next one. All right, guys. Now we're moving on to the final video. And this is what I would say the current destination. Not the final destination, but the current destination. So the story goes, as you guys can see here, this was Neil's final house.
Is Neil's final house.
Well, this is Neil's final house for now. Who knows? We'll see if what happens in the future. But if you guys realize something, this house came with an amazing story. Neil, tell them the story, because I love this story. Tell them the story, how you came to find
my kids were young,
this house.
And we used to trick or treat on this block because we thought we were getting bigger candy because the houses were so big. It's only a block away from my old house.
Literally, it's like a minute drive.
And in the window here, on the left window, there was a white piano in the house. We used to walk by this house. He said, I want that house. Well, it just so happens that's the house that I ended up with.
So it's so cool, guys. He was literally walking through and, inadvertently was dream building, saw the house that he wanted, saw the piano in there and said, that's a beautiful house. I want that house. And then how long did it take for you to work to get this house?
10 years.
So 10 years, guys. It took him 10 years. So for those of you who realize that what you want, you may not be able to afford it today, it doesn't mean you can't work towards it and buy it tomorrow, or 2 years, or 5 years, or even 10 years down the road. The point is, find out what you want, figure out how to earn it, and then spend every day disciplined and working your butt off so that you can get it.
Just do it one day at a time. Don't think ahead. Just think that day.
Yep.
Take care of what you have to do that day. It'll happen.
All you have to do, guys, is take baby steps, one thing at a time. Get rid of the anxieties, get rid of the doubts, get rid of all that stuff, one day at a time, one step at a time, and the next thing you know, you'll be in the house of your dreams. We'll see you guys back in the office later. Now, if that's not a story that motivates you to watch where Neil came from in the small little house that he had in Philadelphia to the beautiful house that he has now in Bucks County, I don't know what will. That's what fuels me. When I hear his story about his dream house, I know what my dream house looks like. And it's not around here. It's down in Florida. Could be maybe in California, but I probably prefer Florida. The whole point of this, guys, is no matter what, you just take where you are now. And I love my house now. But I also always have that idea as to what's my dream home. And the reality is, as long as you're willing to listen to the information that Neil has learned for over the last 34 years of his life and the last 34 years of his career, and if you listen to the things that I have learned between my knowledge in the credit world, the insurance world, and the mortgage world, putting all that stuff together, Neil and I have put together the best package, the best formula to help people understand how to incrementally qualify to buy that house of their dreams, or maybe even how to incrementally qualify to buy that very first house for their family. So guys, if you want to learn more about this, make sure you like this message, you share this message, you pick up the phone, you send us an email, you give us a call, whatever. Start your journey today so that very soon, very quickly, you will find yourself with your story in your home of your dreams. Can't wait to talk to you guys. Have a great day.